I think Project Transformation allows young adults to do work that matters, that has a purpose, that makes an impact on somebody other than themselves.
I was a kid in the program. I started in 2nd grade. I was excited to go. You got to be creative and you got to read with volunteers and you got to connect with these adults and you start picturing yourself like them, going to college and doing all these things and hearing their stories. You start to put yourself in their shoes and you're like, oh, I want to do what they're doing. I want to be like that. I loved the program and got so much love from the program that I wanted to become an intern and wanted to give the love back that was given to me.
Project Transformation, I thought, was kind of just like a reading camp and a little bit of learning about God, but I quickly learned that it's much more than that. It's not just building community with churches and kids, it's about building communities in relationships with your other interns and your bosses and people outside of the community, and it just really made me appreciate being on a team.
It's this unique community that young people get to come into and maybe for the first time be completely and radically who they are. They can wrestle with their faith and do that in a diverse theological setting, in a diverse socioeconomic and racial setting. It's not a given that that is every young adult's experience.
I've gotten so close to so many different interns. We've had those hard conversations as far as religion or how we grew up and what we think, those politics. We've had those conversations.
I've seen so much from my team. I've seen people who were nervous about working with kids completely change and start dancing with them out of nowhere. I've seen people who are a little bit more closed-minded become more open-minded. I've seen people who've been struggling with what they believe in finally find who they are. And I've seen an amazing intern who is struggling to know what to do after she graduates come to the realization that maybe seminary school is right for her.
Project Transformation is a crucible. You go through the fire. The calling is about us listening, but also about something that is hard. That's what God calls us to. God doesn't call us into safety.
For me, calling is something that you really want to push away, that you kind of just want to say, I don't want to do that, but it keeps nudging you, and it keeps saying, no, this is what you're supposed to do. What wakes you up in the morning and you want to get out of bed to go to work? It doesn't make much money, it is hard, it's long hours, but I also don't know if I would have so much joy in life if I wasn't doing this.
Seeing the kids learning and reading and being proud of themselves is what fuels my fire, and to be able to let children have that opportunity to express themselves and to be who they are.
We had a young boy last summer who said to us, the only place I feel safe is when I'm here. And so I think it was both for him physical, because there was a lot of gun violence in his neighborhood last summer, and so it was a very physical sense of safety. But I think with the interns, he also felt that he was safe to express himself emotionally. Just that kid's resilience in that moment of being I'm safe here was all I needed to hear.
Working with the kids, especially the older kids, they're kind of on this path of, I'm gonna try my best or I'm just gonna crash. And I think this program is really pushing them to that. I wanna do good, I wanna strive, I wanna be successful, instead of deciding to go down this path that a lot of people, unfortunately, in our community are going down with drugs and violence. I think this program is definitely opening these kids' eyes in knowing that it's okay to trust. It's okay to be angry, but this is how you can channel that into something else instead of violence.
Look, this is a model that works. It's worthy of being in every neighborhood across the country. Project Transformation empowers people to find out what's really, really important to them and how God has uniquely made them.